McLean is absent tonight. Mr. Schneider.
Here.
Mr. Sharp.
Here.
Dr. Smits. Mrs. Weingarten.
Present. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Glad to see you out there. You do have before you the minutes from the previous regular meeting on October 2nd.
We move to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Second.
Any questions, corrections, additions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Gherkin.
Aye.
Mr. Keller.
Aye.
Mr. Schneider.
Aye.
Mr. Sharp.
Aye.
Dr. Smits.
Aye.
Mrs. Weingarten.
Aye. You have before you also tonight's agenda. And any,
There is no additions.
Motion to approve.
Second.
any questions, comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Gherkin.
Aye.
Mr. Keller.
Aye.
Mr. Schneider.
Aye.
Mr. Sharp.
Aye.
Dr. Smits.
Aye.
Mrs. Weingarten.
Aye. Sorry, I just got onto the wrong screen here. I forgot how to go back. Which one? This one? Oh, thank you. Okay, moving right along. Special presentations. We are really honored to have our middle school and high school music folks here with us. So, want to come tell us what's going on in the music world and what do you have for us this evening?
Hello, I'm Cynthia Christensen. To start with, I'd like to let the students, they have two songs that they'd like to sing for us, and I'll let them start.
Great.
While you're playing. Introduce yourselves for a moment.
Yep.
Right here, right now. Stand down this way. Yeah, there you go.
Hi, my name is Chris, and I play the lion.
My name's Kyla Carpenter, and I'm playing Dorothy.
My name's Kyle Wunsch, and I'm the Tin Man.
What's the musical?
Oh, come on.
Just kidding.
The Scarecrow's in football.
I know he is.
The musical is going to be November 16th, 17th, and 18th at 7 o'clock p.m., and then there's a 2 o'clock show on that Saturday. Yeah. All right.
Not queen, not duke, not
That's terrific, guys. Thank you so much. I know, I was gonna say, we're not done with the presentation yet, but so far this is my favorite. Like presentation, don't tell the other people who have had presentations, but. That's really great.
Yeah, they did a great job. Musical's coming up, and I hear there's a lot of kids involved this year, so that'll be fun. Anyway, I'm here to talk about the whole music program in the district. We have a lot of new things going on, exciting. The middle school is growing rapidly. What I handed to you is just some statistics on our programs, so you had it in front of you instead of me just blabbering at you. So, the band program, we start band in 6th grade at the middle school. In the past, they had started in 5th grade, but at 5th grade they had band or orchestra every other day for 30 minutes, so they'd have it an hour a week. Currently, I see them every day for 40 minutes. So the time is much greater, and I think we're moving along faster, so I'm pleased with that. So currently we have 34 students enrolled in 6th grade band. We have 100 students enrolled in 6th and 8th grade band, which is more than I've had in quite a while. So I'm really tickled with the numbers we have at the middle school. High school currently has 60 students enrolled in band and jazz band, so we're gaining, we're moving them on. Our orchestra program, students start at 6th grade at the middle school, same thing. They used to start in 5th grade. Now we get them more often with more time period in the day. And we have 27 students enrolled in 6th grade orchestra currently. We have 77 students at the middle school in orchestra, and the high school has 41 students. So our numbers seem to be coming up, which I'm really excited about. My goal is to, maybe have 2 of me at the middle school instead of just myself. I don't know where we'd put that second person, but that's okay. Our choir program, Miss O'Connor, this is my other half at the middle school, Miss O'Connor. She would be better to speak about the choir programs than myself, because that's her specialty.
Hi. So I do choir, I do general music, which is modern band, guitar, and keyboards in my classroom. But for our choir programs, they have the option in the elementary schools of joining. Once they get to the middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, we have it. It is non-optional for our students, and I get about half of them from each grade that don't go to band and orchestra, and they come to me for 1 quarter for that, and our numbers there are pretty big because, again, it's non-optional. But then I have 2 optional choirs throughout the school year. I have one that meets during the end of the class period, and I have about 25 in that class, and then I have one after school once a week, and I have about 10 in that choir. So altogether I have about 35 students. And then the high school offers audition choirs and then 2 other choirs, and that's about 76 students enrolled in those 3 choir offerings at the high school. And then our guitar and modern band program is, so guitar is just starting to be offered in the elementary school, and just this year. And also they're doing some modern band stuff as well, and I will explain what that is in just 1 second. The middle school has guitar as an elective since 2008, and about 80 students a year take that class during their quarter as well. And I also am going to do a modern band class after school, which I did last year, and I had about 15 students a week for that as well. And modern band is a new style of music education. It's teaching kids right away to learn how to play instruments and learn how to play a lot of them. So in our modern band class right now, we offer that just for 8th grade. They do drum set, they do electric bass, electric guitar, electric keyboards, vocals, and any other instruments that could be used in music that we sing today, music that we listen to today. So they do performances with those types of music as well. And then the high school offers a rock and roll rhythm class, and about 44 students are enrolled in that class. That's all I got for you guys.
Our modern band program is something that we just started this year. I know Rena Fresco has touched on, we're hoping this grant that is coming through Little Kids Rock, through Governor Hickenlooper. Anyway, 5 of us now have been trained in the Little Kid Rock modern band style, and I can tell you that it's the most exciting thing I have seen in 20 years of teaching, and I am super pumped about it. So I am hoping that that's going to be the next wave that comes through the schools with some support. So I will turn it over to my colleagues here at the high school.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
I'll go ahead and start. Nick Mayer, I teach band and orchestra at the high school. You kind of heard about some of our numbers, so I'll just kind of give you an idea about what the different classes I teach at the high school are. I have 2 bands that I teach. One is just open to any students who have come up through the program. And then I also have an audition group that meets before school. That's our jazz band. Those students are definitely the dedicated ones because of course it's a 0 hour, so it starts before the high school is even opened and then anyone else really is there. I also teach the orchestras. I have 2 orchestras at the high school. Again, we have kind of a non-auditioned one open to any of the students who have been through the program, as well as an auditioned orchestra for those students who have put in a lot of extra effort and we're looking for more of a challenge. So you heard some of those numbers there. I do have quite a few students who kind of double dip in some of my groups who take both band and jazz band, and even some who are in both orchestras. We kind of heard about some of the growth that's been happening. I'm really excited about that and hope to kind of continue that in the future to help some of the continuity in the music program. So I'll turn it over to choir.
My name's Mark Ossip. This is my first year here, but I'm really excited to have found this place. It definitely feels like the right fit for me. When I set out to find a job, I wanted to move to a small town. I wanted to find a place where I could really kind of grow a program and develop it as my own, and it seems like I really struck gold here. The students here are awesome, and so far I just really am psyched to have this job. So some of the things I'm working on are growing my choir program. As you heard before, I have about 76-ish students in choir over 3 different groups. One of my biggest goals for the next few years is to really grow the male side of that. I have 12 boys out of 900 students in choir, so it's 450 guys, and that's too low of a ratio for me. I could use some more, so I'm really working hard on getting those recruitment numbers up. And just the program in general, I'd be happy if all 3 of those choirs grew at semester and then grew again at the end of this year. So hopefully I can get the numbers up. I really am working really hard with my freshmen and sophomores right now, getting them scaffolded to learn things like sight reading, music theory, and stuff like that. Hopefully I can sort of reestablish the tradition that Fort Morgan High School sends students to all-state choir and things like that. Those are important to me. I'd like to really kind of develop this program and build it up to where my top choir can sing some really challenging and impressive pieces. So I'm really excited with that. I'm also completely on board with the modern band thing. The training was absolutely incredible. My rock and rhythm classes, they freaked me out at first, and then once I had this training, I was like, I know what to do, and I applied to have our school be a school for them, and they're like giving me 6 new guitars and a bass and a drum set and 2 new keyboards, so I'm really excited to get all of that and start building the modern band program. I've been having a ton of fun. I kind of made this class a mix of rock performance and rock history. So we've been kind of pairing things as they come up. It started with piano, started with classical and jazz, and now we're doing some rock history, some guitar stuff. It's pretty in the early stages of that, but the students are loving it, and I'm feeling really good about where that's headed. I would definitely like to see either a band, a modern band, or a guitar class full-time implemented at the high school. Yeah, so thanks for having me.
That's terrific. Thanks for being here. Is there a pit orchestra this year for the music?
Yes, there is.
Great. That's what my girls love, doing pit.
Do you guys have any questions for us?
When are the concerts?
When are the concerts?
Yes.
My next concert at the middle school is December 19th. The high school is December 18th. Theirs is the October 30th is their first concert. December 18th is their next concert.
So 2 weeks from tonight, 7 o'clock.
They'll have another board meeting.
Oh, okay. Do not have a board meeting.
How's that cafeteria working out?
I like
In
it.
comparison to the old one?
Yes, I do like it. I can't compare it. I am learning to love it.
Good. That's good.
I've been at concerts there and they sound, I've I've been to concerts there and they sound terrific.
They do.
I know it's
The
different.
acoustics are good. I do enjoy the space. It's tight, but I do enjoy it. I'm learning.
That's good.
You know, I came from that big auditorium, so it's a change of mindset. That's all it is.
So that modern band, just a quick question, that's only offered to 8th graders right now in the middle school?
I offer it to my jazz band as well, but currently it is only offered to 8th graders, and we're hoping that it's going to grow. There's no way it can't grow with the excitement that's behind it and the programming that is coming with it. It'll grow.
And it's an after-school?
No?
So I do a modern band class for 8th grade, that's one supporter, and then also like an after-school club modern band class. But the little kids rock method is what I use teaching my guitar class in 7th grade and my piano class in 6th grade. So in those two classes, they're only playing those instruments, but they're working on playing Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley. They're doing those things right away from the get-go.
It has changed the way I teach. It has totally changed the way I teach. And, you know, I've been doing this 24 years now, and, you know, you'd think I was an old person on the block, and you can't teach an old dog, you know. But it has totally, the little kid rock method is just awesome. I cannot say enough about it.
That's terrific. That's terrific. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate all that you do, and you know, I personally am very supportive of everything you do, and I believe the board shares that, and it's a really important piece of what we're doing for our kids here. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a real treat. And it's nice to see Nathan Howe sitting there. And you know what?
He's never a has-been.
And it's
Young.
I was to say, he's never a has-been.
And we're excited to have you participating with the musical as well. So it's terrific. Thank you very much. And you're, of course, welcome to stay.
I've only had, you know, all day and parent-teacher conferences, so.
My daughter is upset because we're sharing a car tomorrow. And she said, well, Mom, you know that means I have to be at school all day. I'm like, well. These high schoolers, you know, so. Yeah, we'll see you. Thank you. Well, that was a real treat, and we're really fortunate to have such folks that are really invested in the program and in our students. We do have an opportunity for audience, and I would like to recognize that we have two board candidates in the audience, Irene Martinez and Terry Lapp. Thank you for being here. And if there's anything you want to share with the board, you're welcome to come forward, but I won't force you to. So, thanks for being here. Moving on to board reports. We'll turn it over to Miss Hallie Shaver, another busy high school student. What's going on in?
So for sports, last week was the soccer team's last home game, and I think they won that. And then this week, and football won a big game against Silver Creek, which is awesome. And then this week there's one volleyball game, which is different but nice. And it's fall break, which is much needed.
Yeah, you're looking forward to that, huh?
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. And I hear there's a softball game. Some of our Fort Morgan students are involved in on Friday. I heard about it. State softball, #1 seed. So I'll be there. So pretty exciting. So thank you. Mr. Eccles.
Good evening.
For us this evening.
I would thank the music group that they've left on me, but at short notice, they did a great job. Appreciate it. Cynthia is the director of our district in music, and she does a super job. And we'll have to get a plug for this new band concept and see what it's all about.
I think that's pretty exciting.
And we'll be excited to come to the next music concerts and see what it's all about, what the new program is. Just want to talk a little bit about our strategic plan. It's still ongoing. Our administrative group met today, is still clarifying some things and shoring up some things. And the plan now is they'll be going back to their individual schools, meeting with their staffs, going over the strategic plan areas, getting input from the staff, and it'll come back to us. We will tweak it then, clean up a little bit, and then we will meet with the board and whatever setting the board wants, whether they want a work session or however the board wants it presented to the board at that time. So we don't have a set date on it yet, but it's we're getting closer. That's all I have to report on right now.
Thank you very much.
Hi, we're going to be busy tomorrow. We're interviewing for speech language pathologist, and we're also interviewing for an admin assistant in our SPED program. Still looking for some other positions to fill, which include a SPED teacher, a couple TAs, and of course bus drivers. Can't forget the bus drivers. So just interested in getting folks to apply. In about a week and a half, we'll have a new applicant portal. This portal will allow people to apply electronically to the district rather than the old paper and fax it in or scan it in. We're looking forward to that. We'll also give us in HR the opportunity to track time to hire and get our hiring supervisors to request positions. Right now we do it very, I would say, what's a good word? Non-officially, and I don't want things to fall through the cracks. So we're looking forward to that. The system that we're using, we've actually had for a while. It was about 70% built when I came here, so I can't take all the credit, but we're just fine-tuning it and then getting it out there and in use. So it syncs with our Alio financial software. So we're looking forward to that.
Great, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions for Mike? Oh, yeah.
Rita's not here, but basically talked about our testing results for DAC. But Michael also talked about our video, our exciting video production presentation we're trying to put together for this spring. Do you want to touch base on any of that?
Sure, yeah, we took the DAC committee through what it takes to put a video together. There's basically four steps. We're in the pre-production mode. We talked about who our audience is, what content we would like in the video, getting some ideas from the group, and in short order we're hoping to hire someone to start doing the videography and picture taking so that we can hopefully have a good product by springtime.
That's terrific.
Yep.
That's great. I think that would be really beneficial to our community, to our district. Thank you. Okay, it says here none. Mike, got anything for us?
You read it correctly.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. And Marina's not here this evening either, so we will move on to discussion items. You have before you policy second reading. This is just an elimination of a policy, JLD, guidance and counseling. And as I recall, was that embedded in something?
No, that was actually just an outdated policy that really had no substance to it at all, so we're just eliminating it.
Thank you. Then your next under discussion item, the policies fourth reading. These were some that they were still going back over. JBEB, staff conduct and responsibilities, JBEB-R, JBEB-A, staff dress code. And some of these were recommended by CASB. They're part of the School Safety Act, the Claire Davis Act. And in the GBEB, if you look at the section that's highlighted in green, this is just to make the practice more clear. And the last policy is at the discretion of the district, the staff dress code. And that at the request of FMEA, there's a section that was highlighted in green, so make sure you look at that as well. Okay. Moving on to consent agenda, you have before you some personnel actions, the personnel action report.
Make a motion to approve as presented.
Okay.
Second.
Any questions, comments, additions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Gergen?
Aye.
Mr. Keller?
Aye.
Mr. Schneider?
Aye.
Mr. Sharp? Dr. Smits?
Aye.
Mrs. Weingarten?
Aye. Motion carried. Under action items, you have consideration to approve policies on third reading. You have the list before you, 19 policies. Several of them are elimination of policies. So we've seen all these a couple times before.
Any changes this week?
There are not any changes.
Thank you.
What's the pleasure of the board?
I move we approve the policies on third reading.
I'll second.
Any other questions,
about open enrollment? It has several dates missing. It has fill in the blanks, but we don't have dates in there. Do we have those dates, or?
Give me the policy number, can you?
It's just the first one. It's,
Oh.
BB-R.
Dash R?
yeah.
Oh, the inter-district choice open enrollment? You know, we do have some dates now, and so we will probably go back and fill those same dates in. There was never any discussion that I'm aware of about changing those dates.
So the dates are gonna stay the same, or just?
Right, and, yeah, I didn't hear any discussion in either, yeah. So there wasn't any reason to change those dates, but I did not fill those in. I forgot to go back and fill those in.
There was one policy that had extra words, and I don't remember now which one it was. I was reading it on my phone, so just as you.
And that might have been just some notes from CASB, is that what it was? No?
There was just an extra word or two.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't. I
So a
can't
typo?
remember now. Yeah, just as you put it, just.
Okay, I will go back and look for that.
I'm sorry that I don't remember which one it was.
That's all right.
Any other comments or questions? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Gerken?
Aye.
Mr. Keller?
Aye.
Mr. Schneider?
Aye.
Mr. Sharp?
Aye.
Dr. Smits?
Aye.
Mrs. Weingarten?
Aye. Action item B is consideration to approve the DAC membership list, and you do have that list before you. Pleasure of the board.
Move to, oh, go ahead.
I'll move we approve.
Second.
A lot of folks on that list. Did we have a good turnout the other night?
There were a lot of parent-teacher conferences that night, and
That's
so
right, I
we
saw
were
those
missing
notes.
quite a few folks.
Yeah, well, it'd be terrific if you get
I think there were about 13 of us there.
good, okay, okay.
Could I
Thank
ask,
you.
School staff, combination parents slash school staff.
Okay.
why is John Proudy listed twice?
He's important.
His son, his little boy.
He was submitted by two different principals as representing their building, so,
Double duty,
Just-
good for him.
yeah.
But he really is only showing up
Pull him aside.
once. Okay, if no further questions, may we have roll call, please?
Mr. Gerken?
Aye.
Mr. Keller?
Aye.
Mr. Schneider?
Aye.
Mr. Sharp?
Aye.
Dr. Smits?
Aye.
Mrs. Weingarten?
Aye. We have action item C, consideration to approve the Board of Education meeting date change.
I move we approve.
Second.
So just circle back, I remember, we needed to change the date, and when we locked in on the 8th, I sure didn't think we were still on winter break.
It's, the students are off on that date, but it's a staff clerical day, so staff is back
Okay.
that day.
And then the students are off one more day after that, all the students are off?
Yes, because there's a professional development day that next day.
Gotcha.
So there will be 2 days without students there that week.
So is that a good day for us to do that, or would we have been better off? I remember there was another date.
I think the next date was the 22nd,
22nd, I think, was
yeah,
the other
which,
option. I said, oh, let's go earlier,
yeah.
not realizing that it was part of, is that, would it raise an issue for anybody, if so?
So that's right, at the very tail end of winter break.
It is
Mhm.
And Tuesday we're off as well?
Tuesday, the students are off.
Tuesday
Mhm.
the kids are still.
Staff is not, but students are.
So if we were to, and I kind of push for this date, but we would have the option of doing the 22nd instead, if we didn't want to do this date.
Why are we changing it from the 15th?
The 15th, I can't remember if Karen was not.
I-
Luther King Union.
Because I was gonna be gone.
The minutes if she wasn't.
It's a holiday.
It is a holiday, yes, Martin Luther King Day,
So,
so.
So if you have preference that we move it to the 22nd, I'd say we do not approve. I mean, I don't know.
Or
just
change
amend
the.
it to the
Mhm.
22nd if we think that would be a better date.
That's our only meeting that month, right?
It is.
It is, well,
The reason I wanted to go earlier instead of later in the month was because in December, we have only one early in the month.
It's at the beginning of the month.
So I felt like it was a really long time to go.
And in January, we do have a special board meeting on the 31st, but
That's
that
right, that was
will
early.
be to approve the budget.
So I don't want to make an issue where there's not one, but, so just so that you're aware. So, okay. Any questions? Well, I think we'll leave it as it stands. That sounds like, maybe we have roll call, please.
Mr. Gerken?
Aye.
Mr. Keller?
Aye.
Mr. Schneider?
Aye.
Mr. Sharp?
Aye.
Dr. Smits?
Aye.
Mrs. Weingarten?
Aye. We just have some information items. You have monthly reports from Columbine, Baker, and Fort Morgan Middle School, and a newsletter from Baker Elementary. Advanced planning, next regular meeting, November 6th, here at the District Support Center. DAC meeting, November 9th. CASB Fall Regional Meeting, October 24th. Did we get any other takers?
I believe our two board candidates are going to go that night.
Great, I'm planning to attend as well, and Mr. Eccles. Board docs training, November 13th at 6 o'clock.
When is that?
So, go ahead, Karen.
So that's our new system that we're going to use for the board packets. You know, right now, we're just in a temporary phase because our previous server that housed the board packets went down, and it's not supported any longer. So we had to make a switch, and so temporarily, we are just on the website. And so we investigated a variety of different options out there, and this seemed to be the most highly recommended. And there's an expense to it, but it was not outrageous. And so the implementation phase is for board members to go through a training on it. So
We were thinking that we may have a work session already on the 6th. I'm trying to remember, is that why we decided to go with the next week?
No, the 13th was only because of the availability of the board docs trainer.
Okay.
So if we didn't pick the 13th, we would have to wait until January.
So we decided to put it then. So if you're going to have a problem with that, please let us know right away. We've tried to stay with at least.
We may have another issue regarding.
I thought we might. So, but if you can pencil it in.
We can adjust the time on this training,
Okay.
if that helps.
Okay, and then the CASB Annual Conference, November 30th to December 3rd. And then the National Conference is going to be in San Antonio this year, April 7th to the 9th.
Just got the notice on that.
Great, that's it. So any other questions, comments, anything for the good of the order? If not, we will adjourn.